Hello, this is Mrs. Alston, and today I am going to show you how to use blend colored pencils in 4 different ways. The first way that I am going to show you today is layering and burnishing. So this is my preferred method, but this method also makes my hand really tired. So right now I'm using 4 different colored pencils, and I'm using small circles, and I'm going to layer down my color. So I'm going to do multiple layers here. And you really want to make sure that you have a nice sharp colored pencil when you're doing this. Having that nice sharp point is going to help you get the colored pencil into the tooth of the paper. So you'll see me sharpen my pencils quite a lot during the video. I'm overlapping quite a bit with these small circles, and that's going to help me creating a smooth surface. When we just go in one direction, we get overlaps. And so you can see harsh lines where we've overlapped. By using small circles, it's almost impossible to have that. As I layer one on top of another, and as I build up my layers, I am slowly increasing the pressure on my pencil. You'll notice that my hand goes from being farther back on the pencil to closer to the tip. And the closer my hand is to the tip, the more pressure I am applying to my colored pencil. And so as you can see, you can get some nice blending by burnishing the colors together. You can almost get a painterly effect with this. The next method I'm going to show you is using a solvent. So this is the solvent method, and this method is a lot easier on your hand and on your arm, though I still do prefer the layering and the burnishing method. I think you just get a better look, but the solvent comes pretty close to that. You don't need to layer as much color down as you would with the other methods, and you actually don't want to put a lot of pressure on your paper. You want the solvent to be able to get into the tooth of your paper. So I've laid down my layers, and I'm going to come back with my marker. This is an awesome marker. It has my solvent in it, and I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to go in small circles. These small circles are going to do just what I said earlier, where I'm not going to get that overlapping. I'm going to get a really nice mix, and I'm going to layer it down really nicely. Now you can go out and you can buy a marker like this that has a solvent in it. It makes it really portable, really nice and easy. I don't have to worry about housing a liquid. But you can also use rubbing alcohol from your cupboard or some mineral spirits. I would go with odorless mineral spirits, even paint thinner. Those will all work to blend together. Keep in mind that the solvent might bleed through your paper as you're using it, so you might want to add another sheet behind your project to protect the surface that you're working on, or to protect the next piece of paper. The third method I'm going to show you is just using the blending stump. So that's a pencil blender. It's going to be a paper stump. Once again, I'm just going to lay down all of my colors using those small circles, layering it up. This time I really do want to have some nice layers to work with because I'm going to use the paper stump to blend them together, just like I did earlier with the actual colored pencils. I'm going to get my paper stump, and I'm going to once again work in small circles, and it's going to blend together. I think this method is a little bit more difficult to get the finished look, but it does work. Finally, the last method that I'm going to show you is using a white pencil to burnish and blend. So just like with everything else, I'm laying down my colors. I'm making sure to use sharp pencils, overlapping and building up those layers. And then finally, I'm going to take that white pencil and I'm going to blend on top. So I'm going to put down more pressure. One thing to keep in mind though when using a white pencil is your colors sometimes end up lighter than you might want them to. And so you can come in afterwards with some extra color and go over on top again, relayering some more of that color to get that hue that you desire. As you can see here, I also have a colorless blender. So it's just like using the white pencil, except for it's not going to alter my color at all. And so you can buy these. They're nice to have if you don't want to use the white and have to deal with potential changes of colors. So the colorless blender stick you just use for your final layer. You're going to put down a lot of pressure and you are going to use small circles. So you can see the difference here. The top half is using the white pencil and the bottom half is using the colorless blender stick. I hope this was helpful. I hope you can be successful. And as always, be artsy.